In the ever-evolving landscape of mobility, safety will remain a paramount concern. As traffic congestion continues to increase and the need for efficient transportation grows, the importance of safe and autonomous mobility cannot be overstated. Join us in this captivating episode of Future of Mobility as we explore the pioneering efforts of Continental Automotive India, a renowned leader in creating safe, connected and autonomous solutions. With a strong presence in India for over 50 years, Continental has firmly established itself as a prominent Tier 1 automotive supplier, tyre manufacturer and industrial partner. Their workforce of more than 9,000 workers across 12 locations will continue to enable them to thrive and innovate in the Indian market. Continental wholeheartedly supports and acknowledges the government's initiatives to enhance vehicle safety. Through tireless dedication, Continental India remains committed to raising safety standards and safeguarding vehicle occupants.
We have a vision for safety which is called Vision Zero. What does Vision Zero means? Zero fatalities, zero injuries and zero accidents. And whatever we do in the safety domain, we are keeping this in vision and moving towards that. Now coming to India, unfortunately India contributes almost 10% of the global fatalities every single year. And more so this is from two-wheelers and pedestrian road users. Thanks to government, I think they identified this as one of the biggest issue. I think they have been pushing in terms of narrowing down the gap what we had with the global regulations compared to the other advanced markets.
In last 5 to 6 years, safety technologies have seen a tremendous growth. From a position of just a seat belt and no airbag or no ABS, we are now moving towards many technologies and safety system in market India. So I feel we are at the right time, at right place. Government is doing its strong push for safety standards, the way they are introducing these systems.
1999 effective April, they introduced ABS for two-wheelers above 125cc and also for passenger cars with 100%. So this certainly has helped us to reduce to an extent possible in terms of reducing the accidents and the fatalities.
Continental India's dedication to enhancing vehicle safety encompasses a comprehensive range of advanced technologies. They offer cutting-edge features such as automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and adaptive cruise control to cater to the safety needs of both two-wheelers and four-wheelers. By integrating these state-of-the-art features, Continental India is shaping a future of mobility that prioritizes the safety of all road users.
If you look at the current market now, we have around 10% of the value of a car is software. And when you look at 2030, it is predicted that 30% of the value of the car is going to be software. And maybe moving from 100 million lines of code, it's going to be a 300 million lines of code in every automobile. So that itself explains that software is going to be a game changer for the automotive industry.
Car today is no more a product to take you from A to B. It's more an extended IoT device because sitting inside the car, you would like to do many things. We have seen those comforts at home 10 years back. Then we started to see that comforts in our office. Today we spend a lot of room. We consider car as our third room, where we would like to see all those comforts sitting in the car and also connected simultaneously to the outside world. When you have to do inside a car, then safety becomes much more. That's where the challenge is. It's not the technology, but bringing these technologies and improving it on a car is, I would say, is a bigger challenge.
When you look at even the different players we have, earlier we had a supplier and an OEM relationship, but we have multiple suppliers. We have the OEM developing their own software, many technology companies coming in, open source coming in. So the different players in the software are actually creating the software defined vehicles. And this is very much important because initially when we look at car, once it is getting out of the factory, the value of the car doesn't increase, the features of the car does not increase. But now the car is becoming like a mobile, whereas throughout the lifetime of the car, we have the over-the-air updates and we have features which are increasing in the car. So software-defined vehicles are important in this aspect also.
Continental India's Research and Development Centre and production capabilities play a vital role in their localization strategies. It enables them to provide innovative solutions that cater to the unique needs of the Indian market, further solidifying their position as a front-runner in automotive safety.
India is a developing country. We have a lot of technologies which are available in the other parts of the market, but bringing those technologies may not be easier because they are not affordable. The next challenge what we are working in, how do we bring those technologies and make it affordable to the Indian market where it can be implemented or installed on a maximum volume. So that's another challenge what we are working with. So we have a setup tech center where nearly about 6,000 engineers are working. So we have a great advantage in terms of application engineering in redoing the things which suits the Indian market regulations and also bringing the cost down.
We in Continental basically believe in having zero accidents and zero fatalities. And any product that comes out of the organization, it is very clear that R&D is behind it. So when you talk about the product range, whatever we have, maybe we should start with braking system, which is one of the older technology.
We also started introducing some of the added features for two-wheelers, ABS, what we call as optimized curve braking. When you are taking a turn curve, there could be a different situation where you could land up in locking your wheels. That depending on the inclination of the two-wheeler, that also optimizes the braking level so that you don't skid off the road.
So we have the braking systems for two-wheelers and the four-wheelers. And even if you look at a market like India, we have got this, two-channel ABS, which is the product is completely developed out of India. Then moving on, I think we also have a lot of work which is done on the ADAS side. And in this, majority of the development with respect to radars is done in India. And there are a lot of products that we do out of India in this space.
Number two, ride modes, where you can select the mode of the ride depending on the wet surface. Is it a wet surface, it's a slippery surface, it's a dry surface. So these are some of the small things which you could add in the software. On the cost side, can we move towards electronic stability controls which has an enhanced function in terms of enhancing the safety of the occupant. And the third is airbags we talk about. Airbags again, then the fourth is the pedestrian protection. Today there is no rule, maximum fatalities or pedestrians are involved. So can we do something in terms of protecting the pedestrians whenever there is an accident? So these are some of the technologies certainly we are looking at. And the challenge is when you bring this technology, how do you make it affordable so that it suits the markets like India?
In the pursuit of a world with zero fatalities, injuries and crashes, Continental stands as a global technology company committed to safety. Embracing the Vision Zero philosophy, Continental will actively localize its value chain in India, bringing its operations closer to the market. This approach aims to better serve customers, drive cost efficiencies, and generate employment opportunities.
To be successful in the market, it's very important, first of all, to have a deep understanding of the market. Not just in terms of how the market is moving in terms of products, but also what are the big trends, legislation, cultural aspect, and very specific, let's say, even environmental needs here. India is a vast country. From one area to other, there are many changes in terms of environment. So this is the key. Point number two, we also understand very clearly that India is an affordable market. So that is where the innovation comes into picture, where we have to ensure our technologies are more fitting and adapting to market India. After this, the third big aspect is how to develop these technologies, align them with our local customers, OEMs, working together with them and ensuring that they are also working in the same direction. Now, once we have done this, then the big part is the localization of the engineering effort. Yeah? So, built up a local competency, a kind of roadmap where we see how things are moving, and then put the right level of competencies behind it.
We also have a world-class infrastructure in terms of the testing labs. We also have a tie-up with multiple test tracks. I think this makes an ecosystem complete where we can do all the product development from India. And I think we want to contribute more and more to the Indian market, making the Vision Zero a reality for India as well.
Continental India's unwavering dedication to road safety and advanced automotive technologies contributes to eliminating fatalities, injuries and crashes. With a focus on customer needs and cost efficiency, Continental leads in creating safer driving environments in India and globally.